Hello everybody, I'm Freddy Fazbear, and I'm Mini Freddy Fazbear. What? I don't know. And I'm Yoshi. Today, we are here to summarize Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Yep, this came out today. We watched it yesterday night, and now, of course, like Quantumania, we're gonna summarize it. So, spoiler warning, because there's gonna be spoilers for summarizing, and we have some interesting theories. So sit back, relax, and let's do this. So, the film starts with the MCU logo, of course, but the cool thing about this one is that it actually, all the screens, it actually is a full-on Guardians of the Galaxy intro. Like, all the Avengers have in the intro have been changed to the Guardians, and all the footage of all the MCU movies have been changed to what was it again? Have all been changed to the Guardians of the Galaxy films and moments from the Avenger films and Thor film and holiday special. Yeah, but we start off with the flashback of we see multiple baby raccoons with the High Evolutionary grabbing one, which is Rocket, which slowly changes into present day Rocket. And of course, like every Guardians movie, it starts out with a song. This one, I don't know what the song is. This ain't a breakdown, it's a summary, so don't judge how. So please don't mind me because please don't mind me not knowing all the songs because I only know a few that appeared in here. So basically it plays with Rocket just walking throughout nowhere, seeing all the other Guardians, see how they're all doing. It stops until we see Quill drunk. He gets mad at Rocket for stealing his Zune because that's what he was listening to while walking, and he passes out. So the Guardians take him back to bed. Rocket also goes back to bed. But then right off the bat, we see Adam Warlock from Guardians. Well, he's not from Guardians 2. We just saw him in the cocoon, so we couldn't really see him. But now he's here, already coming to get Rocket. And we have learned something interesting about the Sovereign, which I'm going to get to later. But basically, Rocket's just chilling, getting ready to go to sleep. Then he attacks him. And everyone else notices, including Quill, so they go in. Rocket is able to escape. Then Nebula comes in to defeat him. She thought she did, but then Animal comes on and just beats her, just destroys her. Well, I don't say destroyed, but her chest gets crushed, her face also gets crushed, and then he throws them out. Then I think then Groot comes in to cover him, but then Adam Warlock flies him all the way up and freaking destroys his entire body, leaving him with his head with spider legs, and it looks disturbing. Adam Warlock then gets to Rocket. He accidentally shots Rocket. And the Guardians, all the rest of them come in. Quill shooting him, then Drax holding him in, almost killing him. But then Nebula comes back, uses her new blade that we saw in the trailer from that new arm she got, and stabs him. And then I think Warlock leaves after that. Then Rocket is almost to his death. Yeah, right off the bat, a lot of people almost got killed. So yeah, this film really makes the stakes high. So that's what happens. What was I gonna say next? Crap. So throughout this movie we get flashbacks. I think the first one was of Rocket getting his name, getting experimented. Then we see him go into the cage where he meets his three animal friends, who they later learn called Floor, Teeth, and Lila. And then we we go back to the present, where Rocket is now in a coma, close to death, and apparently you have to find some type of schematics in order to. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they had to find some schematic thing to save him, so that's what they do. So they leave Nor, leaving Kraglin and Cosmos to guard the place. And they go to, I think, Orgo something. Orgo something. Orgo place. Oh, Orgo Corpse. I think it was Orgo Corpse. So they go there, but then while they're going there, I think Since You've Been Gone plays. So I'm not. Yeah, it plays there, but that's not important right now. My point is that Ravagers come back. The old. So basically, they see the main one. I forgot his name. I think I know the actor's name. Sylvester something. Sylvester Stangor. I think that's his name. And then after that, freaking Sorcerer Ranger pulls a mini Avengers Endgame and brings all the Ravagers in the ship. And apparently Nebula staged a meeting with one of their leaders, which is Gamora. So the Ravagers are going to help, though I think the Guardians promised them Gamora money, or Nebula made that. So, if you remember from Avengers Endgame, this Gamora is not the same one from 2018. That one's dead. This is the 2014 Gamora, so she's more vicious, more angry, and doesn't even know who any of them are. So basically, what they have to do, they have to wear these prison-like suits in order to break into the Orgo Corps for some reason. And yeah, so they go in with these spacesuits, which are based off of apparently Space Odyssey 2, 2001, I meant, not Among Us. Though, to be fair, they do kind of look like Among Us, but still. So they go in, they split into two, Drax and Nebula go to... No, Drax and Mantis go to the main area, and Nebula, Gamora, and Quill go to... they meet this pink woman, I don't think they ever said her name. And they go in to look for, I think, the schematics, while Drax and Mantis just go looking. They learn about the High Evolutionary. But then they're found out, spotted. Oh wait, I got cut to a shot I missed before all that. It's with the High Evolutionary, where he's with actually, I forgot her name. It's the Golden Woman who hated the Guardians. I forgot her name. But basically, she is Adam Warlock's mother. And not only that, apparently the High Evolutionary created the Sovereign Race, along with the Animan and other ones. So yeah, that's something we did not know. Maybe people theorized that, but yeah, the High Evolution created them. So that explains why Adam Warlock is, I don't know, like this. Because apparently, Adam Warlock is out of his cocoon too early. Apparently he wasn't supposed to leave the cocoon yet. But because they, I don't know, did something, it got rushed. So now Adam Warlock, I think, figures out where the Guardians are, Orga Corps, and they're go there. But back to there, they get spotted, and this huge shootout happens where Drax getting shot. I think then Nebula gets shot. And then Quill tries to fix this by turning the anti-gravity, leaving only the 5 for some reason on. If you want to work Groot is, he stay in the ship with Rocket, just so that you know. Anyways, so while that, Nebula gets Groot to ride in the ship, and Groot tries to do a cool landing, and then they escape. And then while that, we get more flashbacks to them and their time. And apparently, we get this creepy moment where this turtle turns into a human turtle, and then he gets hostile. He is a hostile turtle, and the High Evolutionary is trying to figure out why is he hostile. And Rocket, Kid Rocket, he says something I honestly don't know. Something about the... I didn't understand all the scientific stuff there. So he said something that made it why he's mad. Something like that. I'm not entirely sure. So then they got, I think while they got some memory cords, and they see the torturing of Rocket. And apparently, how they describe it, Nebula describes it as worse than how how she got tortured by Thanos. Jeez, what happened to these animals? Anyways, so they've discovered they have to go to a specific place, so they go there. While that they now wear Guardians uniforms, specific Guardians uniforms, and they go to a place that looks very similar to Earth. Also, I should say this, throughout, I think early this movie, Peter Mantis wants Quill to, as his crew, he wants to go back to Earth, and he says no. And this is the weird coincidence, because he technically is going back to some type of Earth. And the cool thing about this Earth, well, the weird thing about this Earth is that, first of all, the Statue of Liberty is a statue of is a statue of the hybrid evolutionary and Rocket, I think. And second of all, the entire place is set in the 80s, and all the humans are animal humans. So basically, it's Piggy. This is Piggy. This is the Piggy Earth. This is literally what Piggy looks like in real life. So yeah, so they come in, they ask for peace, but of course, you know, in the trailer, Drax throws a ball at one of the kids, and they all get mad at them. So one accidentally tripped. Actually, I think the only way they scare us for Groot to go insanely massive, scaring them all. One of them, I'm not sure what the animal was, is on the floor, but they help him out and ask him about where is the High Evolutionary. And she says that the High Evolutionary is in some weird pyramid, red pyramid. Well, I don't think it's a pyramid. It's more like a red diamond-like ship. So Groot, Nebula, and Quill go in to investigate it, while Drax and Mantis stays in the house. Also in the ship is Gamora, because she wants to return home. So she has to call one of the Ravagers, who's actually kidnapped and then stuck in the Orgo place, and this guy is actually with some funny animal called a Blurp. Well, his name is Blurp, and here's what happens. The golden, whatever her name is, asks Adam to, I'm not sure, demonstrate how they mean business, and he straight up kills him, and now Adam Warlock adopts the Blurp. Well, the species is not called Blurp, but he adopts Blurp. And Gamora actually tells them where they are, basically. So what happens next? Next is so actually, why they go? You probably already noticed because you've seen the clip. So in this film, there is the first F-bomb, and Peter Quill, he says to Nebula when she's trying to when she finally figures out how to open the door. And to be fair, out of all the people to say the F word, I kind of thought it would be Nick Fury who first says it. But nah, it's Star-Lord. Though who knows, Secret Invasion could have an F-bomb in there. Anyway, so they go to the place. I think we also get one more flashback, and this is actually the darkest one. So basically, Rocket learns that they're not going to the new place, which is Counter-Earth. So he decides to... He apparently has, throughout his trips with the High Evolution, he got pieces so he can make something that can make them escape. He breaks them all free, but then High Evolution just shots Lila either in the head or chest, and jeez, that was dark. And Rocket gets so mad that he freaking claws his whole face. You don't see the result of Rocket's scratch until like later in the film. But dude, imagine getting ultra scratched by a raccoon. Getting one scratch is something, but imagine getting like an ultra scratch. Jeez, how would that look like? So, then Evolution calls his men, and Rocket tries to get everyone else, but literally as the second he tries, literally floor and teeth are just insta-dead. So Rocket escapes, and that's how he even becomes Rocket. So anyways, Peter and Groot are in the meeting with High Evolutionary. Nebula has to stay outside because she has a gun. And Okay, so High Velocity explains his origins, how he discovered Earth back in the 80s, and how he thought Earth was great, but there were some flaws about it, so he decided to make counter Earth where it doesn't have the flaws, apparently. Because of how, like he said in the clip, he says he's not trying to conquer it. He said he's trying to perfect it. Though it doesn't look like that. And then we later learned that he's planning on bombing the whole Earth, leaving it and making a new one. Which leads to the whole place getting blown up. And then some pig thing tries to capture Rocket because the whole point of... Because he needs Rocket for his newer men. Because he has something special about him than all the other ones. As it's probably him figuring out the source of why all the hostiles were originally hostile. What did I just say? Anyways. So the pig goes in while then Adam Warlock flies in killing him with Blurp screaming. So hilarious. This goes to this battle, and then Adam Warlock actually realizes this, and Alan Warlock tries to save his mother because she was gonna get exploded, and she was too late. He either comes back to the ship, all explode up. What happens next? How much? So I think Drax and Mantis get tired and they decide to leave and abandon the ship. And Gamora eventually controls the ship. Groot and Quill realizes it was a trap, and they first get, I think, tased or how to do some weird force thing, but then they were able to break through. And Groot does this cool thing where he gets multiple arms and they go blasting on everyone. And then they have to escape. So they do, and Groot goes full on Batman on this. And so they go on the ground with one of the doctors and freaking drown him. Actually, they did that because he had some weird mechanical thing that they could use to get Rocket. And then Gamora comes in, almost crashing the ship on them, with Nebula, Drax, and Mantis thinking they're still on the diamond ship thing, so they climb in the ship, almost suffocating, but they're able to get in. They actually end up in a caged place where all the... I'm not sure, I think they were all the sovereigns? I'm not entirely sure. A lot of children are in. They try to break them out, but then the High Velocity comes in and but then here comes an emotional scene. So they're back in the ship, and Rocket literally flatlines. With moments, we literally see Rocket in some type of heaven-like place where he sees his friends. And he says he wants to move on, but Lila says that he's not ready yet. And also Lila calls him a raccoon, but Rocket says he's not a raccoon because he doesn't like being called a raccoon. Though late in the movie, we'll get to that. But thankfully, Rocket survives. And dear God, I did not expect to get super emotional with that scene. I think that was the scene that, if you wonder was the scene where FGF cried, that was that when Rocket almost died. Damn, never thought I would get emotional by an animal. But anyways, all of them realize he's alive, and High Velocity captures them, throws them in another jail cell with another kids, and Mantis and Nebula are literally freaking the kids out, but Drax, because of how he had a kid, he knows how to entertain them. So he starts acting like a monkey. Though it didn't look like he was acting like a monkey. It looked more like he was acting like a robot than a monkey, though. Probably that's what monkeys look like to them. So anyways, Quill, Gamora, Groot, and Rocket all go in now to go save them, and they have to have this crazy plan where they call Kraglin from nowhere. We actually see them gambling with Cosmo. So basically, this is the plan they had. They decided to bring the entire planet of nowhere, well actually it's a skull, because it's the head of a dead celestial. They decided to bring the entire head to the diamond-shaped machine so they can get all the children out. So yeah, that's what that happened. So, and also Alan Muller is trapped with the blurb. But he later gets out and attacks them. But Quill and Gamora eventually destroy. No, he's not dead, but they defeat him another time. And then Drax, Mantis, and Nebula are escaping, and they meet up with these three. I forgot what they're called. Obstacle villains. It's the same monsters that were in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We're in the beginning where they fought some weird, multiple leg shaped like big teeth monsters. That was what that is. But Mantis finds a way to tame them all so they can ride with them. Anyways, what was next? Okay, so then they all meet up. Which they were just gonna, I think. I forgot what. I think first what happens. Hold on, okay, I don't know what happens. So first they're all just gonna leave, but then Rocket says, Odyssey X just arrived here. Oh wait, I just risk because talk about some sports about a film you haven't watched. So just because of that. Okay, he's leaving. Anyways, so Rocket goes on that one, and they all form and go to fight the monster. And this is an epic battle. You see all of them attacking, fighting at once. Each one has a moment to show there. It's like Avengers Age of Ultron. Remember that scene in the end of Age of Ultron where you just see all of them battling at once? The same thing here, but like 2 minutes longer. Also, back in Nowhere, all of the Hyperluminate threats. Actually, Hyperluminate gets so crazy or mad that some of his team actually starts turning against him, but he freaking Ultra blasts them while he gets the rest of the team that hasn't turned on him to go attack Nowhere. And Kraken is trying to, learn how to use it. And while he's doing that, we actually get a Yondu cameo from him telling him to use the heart. And that leads to him finally learning how to use the stick thing, whatever it's called. Also Cosmos saves him with for telekinesis thing. But back to them. I think what happens next is Nebula holds the ship to where she can move the ship to the Nowhere, and I also thought Nebula was gonna die because the whole place was just getting the whole area she was in was getting completely destroyed, but she survives, and they were able to get all the children. And Groot also actually saves Adam Warlock. Oh, also, by the way, Groot did some moment back also earlier then where he did some weird cat-like claws things. But Groot actually saves Adam Warlock because Groot told him he deserves a second chance because technically he's an infant. Technically, because he was just told what he was said to do. So yeah, Adam Warlock is now good, kind of. He doesn't really understand. It's kind of like MODOK. It just kind of reminds me of MODOK and Cassie, a little bit. But anyway, so they get everyone out, but then everyone questions where's Rocket. He actually goes back and frees all the little raccoons that are there. And that's when he saw that all the animals were called Rocket. I mean, not Rocket, Raccoon. Him finally realizing that he is a raccoon. Then we see the High Evolution literally using the Force on him. And he calls them, of course, his scientific name, AP9 something. But then Rocket corrects him by saying, "My name is Rocket Raccoon." Finally accepted that he is a raccoon. Which was literally a glorious moment. And then first he attacked, and then everyone else comes back to attack him, and then they defeat him. With Gamora literally ripping his face off, showing the scars that Rocket gave him, and it is horrifying as heck. You can see his flesh and even some of his skull. To the point where, his skull, he doesn't have a nose. You can see his nose skeleton. Well, actually, noses don't have skeletons. Basically, the skeleton part where the nose would be. And Rocket actually spares him because he's a Guardian of the Galaxy. Though to be fair, they left him to die in the freaking explosion. So yeah, but they actually decide to release all the animals, even the 3 monsters, and all of them escape. And Krill's the last one, And while he's about to escape, he drops the suit when he later gets, and he freaking jumps out of the screen, but he is left floating in space, almost freezing, well, suffocating to death. But he freaking holds his breath long enough to Adam Warlock to save him. So yeah. What do you? Pretty fast. So, what am I saying? Sorry, just Honest Rest came in. I don't want to spoil the movie to him. I don't want to spoil the movie to him. Are you even gonna go watch it soon or no? Or Guardians of the Galaxy 3? That's what I'm summarizing right now.
Oh, I guess.
No?
I guess.
Oh yeah. So I'll just wait till he leaves. Why am I not pausing this? I just realized I could just pause this thing. This thing actually has a pauser. Okay, never mind. Moving on. So basically, Gamora leaves to return with the Ravengers after that. And Quill realizes that he wants to go back to Earth to find his grandfather. With Mantis wanting to go find herself. With Mantis, Mantis and Drax staying in nowhere to taking care of all the kids they got. And then they realize that they need a new captain, and that captain will be Rocket. So Rocket becomes the new captain of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And what else? Oh yeah, and they all go their separate ways with a final dance in the end, which is actually actually what I saw is actually a song from the 2000s. Interestingly, so yeah, everyone. And then in the last scene is Peter Quill and Earth and meeting his granddad, and that's how the movie ends. Well, of course, it's 2 post-credit scenes. I guess we can discuss them now. So the first post-credit scene is basically the new Guardians of the Galaxy. So we have Rocket, Kraglin, Adam Warlock, one of the kids that they rescue, and Groot, who actually turns even more big. Apparently, I saw from a comment that it's actually... what was it again? It's actually his common accurate form, which is actually pretty cool. And they actually put on "Come Get Your Love," the first song I played in the actual Guardians of the Galaxy. Actually, that's not the actual first song that plays. I think the actual song that plays was "I'm Not in Love." I'm not totally sure. But yeah. What else is there? Actually, okay, so the second post-credit scene is basically just Quill and his grandpa talking about something. And actually, my mom notices this, but based in the newspaper that Peter's grandfather's reading, it actually talks about Kevin Bacon getting abducted by Mantis and Drax from the holiday special. And yeah, those are the 2 post-credit scenes. They're not big, but I guess they're all important, because in the end of the second one, it says Star-Lord will return. Now let's get theorizing. Now, where Star-Lord will return? I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure. I feel like Secret Wars. And, yeah, Secret Wars Kang Dynasty. That could be a possible possibility. There is still a chance he could join the Eternals. Yeah, that could be cool. Though, he's on Earth. I don't think he's going to be turning the Eternals. Oh, you know what? Maybe the Thunderbolts. Ah, yeah. He could join the Thunderbolts. Thinking now he's a worthy candidate for the Thunderbolts now. Who else is it? What else? What other type of films? He could join Captain America. I'm not totally sure he's going to be doing that. What other type of things he would want to team up with? He could be in Secret Invasion. Yeah, well, that depends when Secret Invasion even takes place, because it could take place before Guardians of the Galaxy. That's true. Okay, what else is there? Oh, we had this insane theory. Because of how... I don't think this is true, but because of how Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Guardians of the Galaxy were both the starts of Phase 5, those 2 are going to be, like, very important for the Kang Dynasty. Maybe... Or maybe they just... I don't know why. I feel like because they spared Ant-Man and Quill in their 3rd installments to them later dying in Kang Dynasty. I don't think that's true. I'm not entirely sure. But who knows? But yeah, that was a very emotional film. And there'll probably be people shocking why no one actually died. Well, people still died, but like main character-wise, no one actually died. Though to be fair, you don't need someone to die in order to make an emotional film. I mean, if you look at Captain America: The Winter Soldier, that was a very dark film, but no main character actually dies. I mean, Nick Fury is presumed dead, but he later found out that he's alive. So yeah, where would I rank this? Last time we put Ant-Man and Quantumania like number 4, between Hawkeye and Infinity War. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I could go in top 3. That's going in between Infinity War and Endgame. That's a top 3 film. That's a top 3 MCU film. Yep, that's top 3. So anyways, now what's next? We kind of said it. The next one is actually a Disney Plus show called Secret Invasion. But you might be wondering, was Secret Invasion supposed to come out before Volume 3? Yeah, well, but basically, because people were complaining about the CGI, I think the CGI? Yeah, I think mainly the CGI, but also the writing. So I'm not sure if that I could delay. I'm not too sure. They had to delay a few of the projects. So Secret Invasion is actually coming out June 21st. Wait, why we had to explain this? I don't know, just in case the people actually did not get the news about the delay. True. But anyways, that'll be it the video. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.